The Detroit Lions practice squad starts to take shape, and there are a lot of familiar faces. Of course there are, because we knew a lot of these guys were going to come back, but also some faces you might not think you would see again on the Detroit Lions roster. Coming from Pride of Detroit, offensive tackle Connor Galvin, kicker Michael Badgley, after being cut by the Washington Commanders, by the Tennessee Titans, by us. He's back to us. So talk about full circle. Chase Lucas, the cornerback that we waived a few days ago. Wide receiver Dylan Drummond. Running back, a new addition, Zonovan Knight. Maurice Alexander. Coyote Owasika, Brandon Joseph, Trevor Nowaski, defensive tackle Chris Smith, and Max Percher. Those are the 11 people thus far on the practice squad. Now, Max does not count toward pretty much the roster in any capacity. He is part of the International Pathway Program, and because of that, he's allowed to essentially take up a spot, but not count toward the number of players on the team. Couple standouts here. Chase Lucas. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Poole. Chase Lucas actually had offers, at least one, to be picked up on another team. I didn't even know you could do this, but he chose to come back to the Detroit Lions. I'm not sure if that's because we drafted him or he just loves what we're doing. But Chase, we talked about his infectious attitude, and you can tell that he really wanted to be here. No surprise that Dylan Drummond is back on the roster as well. I think the biggest surprise is Michael Badgley coming back. Badgley has really been through it, hasn't he? Badgley has been through the ringer. I mean, we cut him maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago. He goes to the Washington Commanders. I'm thinking he's going to stay there. They cut him. He goes to the Tennessee Titans. They cut him, have no kicker at the time, trade for a kicker. And I'm like, we watch Michael Badgley come here, especially with the struggles from Patterson. Once we waived Parker Romo yesterday, I was like, what if the money badger comes back to the team? So right now any of these guys can be claimed, or once the season starts and stuff like that, and possibly before that. I'm not sure exactly how that rule works. They can be requested by another team. So during the week leading up, the Detroit Lions will have an option to protect a couple of them during the season. But a standout that is coming from is this guy here. Shout out to the guy in the comment section. Somebody in the comment section, I think it was yesterday or today, mentioned Zonovan Knight from the Jets after they found out that he was waived, because it was announced yesterday that he was waived. And if you were that person, go ahead and put it in the comment section. I think I'll remember you if I see your name. But just to do a little bit of reconnaissance on him coming from Pride of Detroit, here's what they had to say. Knight was pushed off the Jets roster after their recent addition of former Vikings running back Dalvin Cook, with 3 other recent draft picks on the roster: Breece Hall, Michael Carter, and Israel. I'm not even going to try to do that. There was no room for Knight, but Knight, who went undrafted last year, proved to be a valuable resource to the Jets last year after Hall went down with an injury. He played in 7 games, started 4, and tallied 300 rushing yards on 85 carries, in addition to 13 catches for 100 yards. So this guy is definitely not a scrub. He is going to come in the clutch when it comes to that. If we need to have somebody brought up from the practice squad. Now, something that we're still waiting on is the potential of Craig Reynolds being back on the active roster. Now, as we talked about it earlier today, as of 4 p.m., after 4 p.m., the Lions can put people on injured reserve. And if they do that, then that will last for the first 4 weeks of the season. So it could be one more video today of that information coming out, of maybe some moves being made, players going to the injured reserve, and us getting players as well. But we might move them to the injured reserve, but not necessarily have somebody in mind today. And that mentions Craig Reynolds. It looks like Craig Reynolds, they're trying to bring him back to the active roster to make him. So that means that when we put those players on IR, then we'll be we'll be able to bring in Craig Reynolds, and he'll be immediately on the 53-man roster. So with 10 spots being filled, then that means that we have 6 to go. Very interesting to see how this is going to work out. The Lions, as we discussed earlier, there was only one person that the Lions waived that was pulled up and claimed by another team, which was Starling Thomas V. And so now it makes me wonder, Brady Breeze, we put him on our practice squad last year. Then Adrian Martinez, even though he didn't look great in the last preseason game, could he be someone, because we don't have a quarterback on the practice squad as of yet, or could it be someone else? Now, I'm just going to throw a name out here that you may or may not like. I'm not sure. He was released. He actually played for TCU last year. Max Duggan was released yesterday, and as far as I know, he hasn't been claimed. So I'm just throwing a name out there, not saying that the Lions are looking in his direction or they should. I'm just saying, could we have somebody that is was on a different team and bring in for it, especially somebody on the practice squad who will have time to acclimate to whatever the Lions are doing during the season. I am looking forward to that. So let me know what you think in the comments below of the practice squad so far. What is your biggest surprise? Who are you most happy to see? And who would you like to see? It's a 3-part question, so make sure you answer all 3, 2 of the 3, 1 of the 3. It doesn't matter to me, just as long as you comment. That would be awesome. Now, I do have a special announcement if you guys are here and you stuck around. As a matter of fact, yeah, you guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. All right, still here? Stuck around? You see this QR code right here, right? That says scan me. That is to the live stream watch party. And I had a great person email me, and he asked how could he contribute to 2 individuals to go to the watch party at Uno's Pizzeria in Farmington Hills. All that information is in the description on September 17th. And I was trying to figure out a way to get, how could we pick a winner? And I came up with something. So what we'll do is this. The first person if you have a Twitter account, the first person on Twitter to tag me at Lions Syndicate and hashtag Week 2 watch party, I will contact you through your DMs, get your address information, and then we will give you 2 tickets to the watch party. This is not me doing this. This is a wonderful individual who decided he wanted to help somebody support me, support the team, and also pay it forward. So if you stuck around, you're awesome. That's number 1. And you could have a chance to go to the watch party for free. All right. So let me know. It's a pizza buffet and drink specials if that's your thing. So let me know. Hashtag, you got to at Lions Syndicate, hashtag Week 2 watch party. First 2 people that do it, I will DM you. All right. So everybody, hope it's you. Peace.